Skræða 36. Nature comes into being because of the bubbling foam Freyja. Nature has all her qualities of function right from the order of Ginnungagap. Itihas, there was laughter. The laughter of Prakriti is no longer. Now there is a blossoming whole. Mighty old nature, born in the very beginning, hin árborna, náttúra, móðir ámátt, mjög, grótti, þanþol, meðmar. I do not know who invented that term nature belief. If we do use it, we could do with some understanding. Brahmanda is the egg of gold, a universe, all the created. All things in nature can be used to indicate the unseen. Like stokkar og steinar, heathens were said to believe in logs and stones, which is used as a ticket, a guideline, a cue into the origin of nature. That which nature hides out of sight, reality. Just as Holy Mary is a clerk in God's office, she so delightfully listens to prayers. Many talk to her, not the God, as she is mild and motherly. We added her to our pantheon. She is so human, yet divine, and goddess-like. We need not fear her. No whimsical duality, no wrath. She is purely good. We can trust that. That all-good monogod is sometimes not as all-good as they say. Can get angry. His holy patriarchy wrath, because of some social issues, can be expected every now and then. Stokkar og steinar, visible, created, are cues into the unseen beyond the seen. We are going through nature, further insight. We shall find her origin, our origin. Auðumbla, Mahat, the first created who structures all life. Nature hides reality, origin of nature, that which only is. We can worship nature, the universe, in many sincere ways. Beauty of the sky can be mesmerizing. A small flower can be deeply adorable. We pay reverence to nature for her bounties, her majestic beauty, her care for us. Each living entity we see in nature is on its path of evolution. That is too beautiful to be destroyed. We should revere all life. Mahat can be our Auðumbla, our primordial cow, she who rises out of the field of pure potentiality, the universal intelligence. She structures and sustains all life. Our nature in árborna ámátka hides reality, the unseen. We see only nature. Nature, who seems so tangible, in truth we make her up in our brain. Out of Gungnir, of nature, we create what we want to be there. We have the knowledge now, and we need to understand that we decide how our world is, if we can think and act from the realm beyond nature. Nature does not rule over us. Men do not know. Stupid men tend to fight her. Phenomena from nature are often used to indicate the unseen, to explain. That can lead to misunderstanding, the cue taken for the real concept. We are trying to explain the unseen by using something we know. We are trying to explain something that's not understood, but sometimes that backfires. We are worse off than before. Because of this obvious failure of trying to explain on the sphere of thought and intellect, men really have to do research in their own consciousness, on the sphere where no created visible nature is, only potentials for all such things. Nature, whom we create in our mind from Gungnir in Ginnungagap, seems to us to be for real. This is our ignorance. We do not understand that in which all comes to be, that which our nature is in reality. We know qualities and phenomena of nature by our own experience. Perhaps not so bad an idea to use something we know to explain what we know not. Our beautiful old and beloved nature is well known among men, and that is good. And also should be good to have her lead us into the hidden realm of truth. Explain that it is nature who hides that which we want to let men see. All her mighty laws, all her perfect rules of order, all her behavior in little issues and huge ones, comes from Tivatun, Ragnarshut, the sphere of the gods. Nature is the invisible, perfect, divine, only we do not see it. We do not see what nature hides from us. An unenlightened man sees not Ginnungagap, the origin, the uncreated. Some do not even know that they are it. Hidden and covered is reality, until we see and hear like Sáka and Heimdallur. What hampers our vision? That is our coarseness, filth, stress, lack of purity. In the eyes of a man who has become Sáka and sees, nature is a fake. The pure man sees that all in nature is in essence reality. Nothing is but reality. He looks at the flower, sees the flower, like the crude man also does, But the pure man also sees it to be the flow of the sap, the wine, the meat, which becomes petals, leaves, stalks, roots, seeds. Nothing is but Ginnungagap. The flower is that. It is said that Asian men look at flowers, stop to enjoy the fragrance and beauty, while the Westerners take the flower into the lab to try to figure out, do research on, what makes the flower so beautiful. That has also been called, Deepak Chopra, to cut up the wires of the music box to try to see the music. Nature is a dense cover, while we are not yet enlightened men. She is the only that the crude man sees. For the pure, she is a transparent cover. She is meteor, not true, not for real, seems to be some tricky performance. Men do not understand that meteor, wrongly thought to be, covers and hides away from us that which only is, which she is. Our senses are made to register höfuðskepnurnar 5 elements, not reality. Prakriti, the visible nature, pra before, kri, made, comes from paraprakriti, higher nature in the gap, quantum physics. All is in Ginnungagap, everything there is. All is Ginnungagap, nothing else is. Nature, like VA, hides reality from the sight of the unenlightened man. The ignorant ones often do unjust because they understand not that they will reap as they have sown. The result from the cause is a law of nature in the universe, reaction equal to action. The theory of relativity only applies to the creation. If we spoil nature, she cannot do other than pay us back equally. Óðsvinnir men, ignorant men, only see the gifts from nature, know not wherefrom they come, know not that we should knees us neither to withhold nature's friendship. Know not that the nutrition has origin in the wells, brunnar þrír. Know not that man trees, like the tree of the world, have roots. Understand not that roots need access to nutrition. Have we understood yet that we create with our attention, according to our purity? Men claim to be educated men if they learn how to milk to the bleeding. See themselves as mighty men if they get profit from exploiting resources. They have been told that they are the lord of the earth and so can kill all they want to kill or want to eat. But they are petty men who do not understand the whole. Some even claim themselves to be superior to other men chosen for world dominance. Some debate on who invented truth or was the first one to find it on earth. Why? Because their little brain cannot comprehend the size of truth, nor that truth has not been invented by any institution. We might know that the universe is rather big, but compared to Ginnungagap, our universe is a wee pinhead, a wee bubble. We know that compared to our Earth, we are tiny. In the universe, our Earth is very small. As I see it, we are petty, dust mites on a rug, if we debate on who is the greatest. Gulliver says so too. Or was it Mr. Anonymous? Or did you say it? Believe it or not, these petty men are truth, are eternity. When we start to understand, all will be well. Start finding understanding. Why would all these skræður be if it were not for the understanding? Prajnaparada is the cause of all disease, imbalance, discord, mental problems, all troubles. Our intellect, Buddh, makes a mistake. VA hides, overshadows Vili and Óðinn. Óðinn will hide or overshadow Ginnungagap. Samhita, the unified field of total natural law, is the dwellings of all power. Its trinity is Rishi, Vata, Óðinn, Devata, Pitta, Vili, Chandas, Kappa, VA. Men make the mistake to think from their intellect. The yellow bulb on picture page 7 top and page 5 bottom. Whereas they should connect to Samhita without Prajnaparada. Human intellect should not make the mistake to forget that we are Ginnungagap, mimir forgotten. The big mistake is not to work from pure consciousness. Krishna advises Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Yogastha Kuru Karmani, you should work from where you are united in the oneness. Men should learn this and do this, not forgetting their nourishment. Men live in the curiosity trinity, Óðinn looking for knowledge. Men forget to sow us into the unity, which is all. Our brain doesn't function properly if we skip the nurturing factor. Brain waves out of sync, measured on EEG, are the result of Prajnaparada. We lack nutrition. We lack the correct gungnir of perfect health and balance. Imbalance comes when the cycle Óðinn Vilivje Ginnungagap is upset. See book by Harry Sharman, Doctor on Prajnaparada. and how this our mistake results in discord and illnesses. Discordance is the root of diseases. The correct Gungnir heals. The unified field-based agriculture takes food production to a higher level. Purity, nutrition, correct and perfect Gungnir in all, also in the farmer, and we all benefit, get the best of food. Nature is happy. Maharishi Vedic organic agriculture. We have an innate creative intelligence. What about using it to understand how all functions effortlessly by its own perfect balance? How nature cares for us by her inborn nature, if we understand how she functions. The nature of all is to expand, evolve, and blossom. We see that in our visible nature, and should know that Ginnungagap is harmonizing. The innate nature of all is to bloom. All seeks perfection by its nature. It has blossoming whole when the laughter is no longer. We are of the same nature. Our innermost nature is development. We are meant for the spiritual evolution to perfection. Siddhartha, Siddhartha. We should be aware of our own flawless inborn nature. Bounty gives nature, if we know how to treat her well. Give her back meðmar by transcending. We should appreciate her gifts and abundance and know where from that comes. Dísir, gná and fulla. We are heading for the perfect man's life. Not even precautions and prevention, as nothing less than perfection will do. This is what we are born to, all burns birthright. Man gives nature by sowast into Gleipnir of consciousness. That is how we create perfect balance in nature, enjoy her abundance without being thieves. Rain comes in the right time, dry season in the right time. But if we are mere thieves, take without recompense, she will in the end burst. When her motherly resilience takes no more, as Mother Earth terms it, men are like dust mites on a floor rug, which a woman dusts from her balcony, not asking the dust mites if they would agree on it or not. This goes for us when we are ignorant, unnurtured, are a withered branch which is cast on fire. Do not overtax nature's elasticity, man. These three marks of nature, triguna, her qualities, are the rulers of the world of men. If men do not realize how to rule in the world themselves, by gaining the control over their own lives, and these three marry guna at the same time. The animals of the prairie and the fish in the seas are on their evolutionary path. Sin is killing. Sin brings a bad skuld, disturbs the thunder flow of evolution. Only the ignorant men kill life. They commit a sin. They partake in sin, enjoy and eat sin. Wise men know from where the gifts of nature come. They nísast niður, sowast, transcend, give back for her gifts with reverence. This is also how we scoop the great knowledge into men's lives. We bring a present to all men by transcending. When men have become einherjar, nature is mild to them, cares for all needs. Then our body is pure, healthy, in accord, sin-less, filth-less, without stress. Jötnar say, "Back, I do not eat this," which means no corrosion, no free radicals in our physiology. Einherjar are you and I when we have made ourselves pure. That we do by nísa niður all our life. We pass through the sieve of sin. The TM technique which Maharishi gives us is for the working man. Maharishi wants us to understand intellectually and also transcend and also work. To perfection man is born, and man can reason. He can understand. In Gleipnir the nourishment awaits us and abundant potentials. We can be endlessly creative, as is nature. Let's get out of Prajna Aparada to the correct connection. We now understand where from nature's might and main and huge power comes. The roots are not seen by the eye made for Gungnir of nature, but man can understand. Men can experience the power of the origin of all within themselves. Men start seeing when they perpetually sowast transcend. They become as sauka, roots in the soil, and as everything does by its nature, due to the laws of nature, we expand and grow towards the sun. Nature is eightfold. Ginnungagap consciousness course within itself to give prakriti. Triguna are in the world only, but world of course obeys the orderliness of Raun. Bhumir apon nalovayo kam mano butira evacha ahunkar ichamme binna prakriti ashtada. Bhumi or Prithvi, earth, apas or jal, water, anal or agni, fire, vayu, air, kham or akash, space, Note, skepnur here, created, not animals, not creatures. These 5 are the höfuðskepnur elements. Manas, mind gathers info and experiences. Buddhi, intellect, our innate knowledge, reasoning, making choices, understanding. Ahankar, ego making, to make an individual consciousness in a body. Different sizes of höfuðskepnur. Comes in this order, ahankar, buddh, manas, and höfuðskepnuna 5 then. They have the 5 senses respectively. Kam, akash, space, hearing. Vayu, air, touch. Anal, agni, fire, sight. Apas, jal, water, taste. Bhumi, prithvi, earth, sense of smell. Our senses are made to perceive nature, not reality. We see and can measure höfuðskepnurnar, tanmatra, mahabhuta. Nature is prakriti, formerly done. The visible nature, I repeat, from paraprakriti, higher nature in the oneness becoming. Gidyurnar, our goddesses, are much concerned with this sphere of life. Physics, the power of quanta on the verge of the time-space. Note, of course, nature, the whole of the visible, is only Ginnungagap. All we see in the world is of the potentials of the unified field in its image. Ginnungagap is the field of all possibilities. In nature, all is so beautifully natural. We should learn from her. Nature always chooses the easiest way and attains the greatest achievements. By using the TM technique, Soa, individual consciousness and mind in Ginnungagap, we imbibe into our life all the pure creative intelligence. This technique, TM, Unified Field Technique, which Maharishi developed from Veda knowledge, is the easiest and gives the greatest achievements, natural, like nature has it. In Ginnungagap, all potentials abide, as we by now know. The orderliness, the power and dynamism, the serene silence which we see all around us. All this is in consciousness, in nature, in us. Therefore the easiest and the most efficient is used, no effort needed or used, and this is so natural to us, natural for the awareness when it expands to eternity. All in nature works and relaxes, no effort needed. Winter is the relaxation of vegetation and growth. Even our heart, which works a lifetime, works and relaxes. The easiest way to soast transcend thought is TM. All men can use TM. The great benefits thereof is because the technique is easy, natural, automatic. Works from the very beginning and always. We need not wait, hope, pray, exert, make effort. We simply do. Soumst, transcend. We want to evolve. And it is by our own nature that we want to evolve. We enliven the sphere of all possibilities by Nisa niður. That sphere is oneness. No duality, no triguna, þursamegir þrír. Let us be without it, þursamegir þrír, and act from pure consciousness. Þursamegir þrír, triguna, are the qualities of created nature. They are in the world. They are bossy and rule all here. Know that they are of great use to us. They 3 drive the evolution. In man's lifespan we evolve. Evolution and progress needs actions, performance, doings, right? Nothing is inert. Actions need to be good. Valkyria performance is a right action. If an action is in flow with Thund, it gains support and is easily performed. To get something done, we need Rajagun, as he spurs realization of the plan. Then there are Satagun, the true, and Tamagun, the retarding qualities of nature, who direct the actions in a definite direction according to their qualities. Tamagun is cautious, takes his time to contemplate, retards, builds on experience. Of course there are always all 3 of them. Only some sucking to and fro takes place. Satagun soars up in his ideas immediately, so it might be wise to keep him a bit grounded. All 3 are always together. Step by step we evolve spiritually. This is inevitable as we are of that nature. We do not worry if we should get stuck at the time of death between steps of evolution, if I might term it in this way, as our evolution to purity and perfection comes slidingly or by wee steps. The positive driving force in Satagun spurs us on upwards. Mighty nature is enormously powerful, ámátt mjög, and always evolutionary. Men should understand this, as that which goes against or violates this universal law creates a bad skuld. Expanding is simply a law of nature. Note, there is never any wrath of any god. Let's use our natural creative intelligence in an evolutionary way, and then our mighty Mother Nature gives us abundance and bounties. Always seek the highest, sowest men transcend. Gain greater power for performances, better gains by less efforts. Sounds like a practical formula of economics. This is how nature does it. She is a clever and practical economist. Our nature is also to work as she does. We shall gain fimbulrúnir in an easy and natural way, to become ámátt mjög mighty. Skill in action, karmasu kausalam, 9 galdra góða, and ljóðin, the charms. Karmasu kausalam. Nísa niður, falla aftur þaðan. We practice our TM, the Unified Field Technique, twice daily. Mind is attracted by its nature towards Ginnungagap, home to consciousness. Here we gain the power to do things in life. We do not drag the mind, nor do we lead it, nor do we direct the mind inwards. Mind by its nature likes to cool down to zero activity, the nature of all in nature. Mind expands to infinity. This is where it came from. Did we not know? From here come the thoughts. Do we only see them when they reach the surface? Ginnungagap changes not even when Freyja sprouts out universes. Mother Nature has for all men the material for the good, Gleipnir, that holds all evil. We need to fetch it from within nature. That is the good galdur, magic. Easy. When we enjoy hang on vingameður, mind only a faint thought, that sowast to nirvana, we nísum niður and then föllum aftur þaðan and nísumst niður anew. By mistake, men assumed, during the ages during which the knowledge got a bit biased, that only a certain lifestyle could allow for gaining enlightenment. Maharishi found a technique to transcend suitable for all men, wherever they are on their evolutionary path. Whatever lifestyle they choose, the only that really matters is to nísast niður. That one is necessary, irrelevant of what kind of life we choose to lead. The silence is for all men to enjoy. Soon it will affect our choice of lifestyle to the better. Man is this dynamic silence, unity, Ginnungagap, where everything is perfect. What are we waiting for? Knowledge is in consciousness. Working men, families, bairns, all need to enjoy the dynamic silence. Whatever life we choose to lead, TM is our best friend, who makes life a bliss. We need a technique, the right, easy, natural technique which works. Don't make efforts. Don't concentrate. Nature does not. Don't wait and hope. The easiest, the most natural, one that yields the best results effortlessly, is the method which, by its naturalness, proves to be the best. Tarati hukam atmavit, he who is connected to universal consciousness, he who, by his own experience, knows consciousness, atmavit, surpasses all sorrow and pain. Suffering is our mistake anyway, our stupidity. Suffering should nowhere be. Look, this is practical. Fimbulrúnin nemast upp, stinnir stafir, we gain great skill in action. 9 galdrar góðir, good for all men in the world, can be used for all good deeds. Negativity will not thrive, as negativity is nothing, actually, fog only, pollution. The outer depends on the inner. Become pure by sowast, transcend. Purity comes from within. Mind becomes pure, physiology follows. It is not the other way around. Our thoughts create our body from gungnir. Nature is according to the stage of consciousness of men, high or low. First we, and nature follows. Purity leads to right action, right thinking, right decisions. Only thunder flow, fully in accord with laws of nature, is possible in purity. Do we know that Vigriðarslétta is extremely useful for us, as here is our chance to evolve? Here, in the realm of triguna, þursamegir 3, Vigriðarslétta, where triguna dance, þursamegir 3, the 3 qualities of nature. Do we believe that in everything in nature, wherever we look, wherever our mind goes, these 3 qualities are to be found and rule? Do men know that they can easily get out of the guna dance? This is what the TM technique is for. We will have peace instead of excited mind, the peace, earth of air, and health. Orderliness instead of disorder and stress. All decisions become the correct ones automatically. We should know that nature's calamities, disasters and wars are because of our stupidity, our lack of understanding. Nature cares for all our needs, even unasked. But if we take to greed and cannot understand her gifts, all goes for the worse. Fenja and menja, no. Gróttasöngur. When we can take no more, we have fed Fenrir by our wrongdoings and heedlessness. Mother Nature will allow us, her beloved ones, stupidity to a certain extent only. If we strain that, she bursts, as calamities and wars. Let's be attracted to creative deeds. We should go straight to the sphere of creativity. Ginnungagap tivatund. Creative power of nature, prakriti, who has come from paraprakriti, is in the same image as the immortal consciousness. We are most welcome to use the creative power as we wish, all responsible, and do it in a way to create harmony in our surroundings. That will be our gift to all men on earth, and to our nature. Nature has layers. Every piece contains all. This is not the kind of hierarchy, power and pecking order as we come across in institutions of animal-like men. Yoga chitta britti nirodha, the true yoga, union of individual consciousness and universal consciousness. Mind is least excited. Awareness finds itself in calmness. Can be measured on EEG. Anyone can learn TM and can see, after practicing, his own EEG pattern. When we transcend, we water our own roots and give treasures to all men. We water nature, krita öyri, with white silver, bright silver of consciousness, no longer the thieves to take and take without giving back. If we are greedy, we lose the friendship of Mother Nature, our good mother. Mjöd kann maður skíða og næfra, og viðar vinna sig megi mál og misseri, Hávamál. Know how to take what is needed, no more. We cannot be that stupid as not to see when we are exploiting and ill-using. The Lord gave and the Lord took back is obviously about worldly nature. Some Lord that gives and takes is personification of duality and uncertainty. That Lord is whimsical. Only the ignorant man can be manipulated by fear. Duality in the world is a challenge for Urður. We need to reason and take decisions. If we want them correct, we transcend often. Nature is worldly. She gives bounty. He who does not repay miðmar to her by sowast cannot endlessly accept. He is then a thief, cannot bear the name man. When nature takes no more, is not some lord given and taking. Ignorant men blame some lord and thank him for their sorrow, loss and misery. Ignorant men know not who created their skuld, nor who has overtaxed nature. Stupid behavior of men reminds of the myths about Loki. What would they be telling? The responsibility of humans is great. We should be taught that in schools. The state of consciousness of nations makes their fortune or unfortunes. A nation gets the ruler she deserves because nation's consciousness rules the ruler. If you want a good one, let's heighten the nation to purity. Enlightened men are mild by nature. They are powerful from within. Enlightened men, einherjar, understand. Meili Óðinsson is compassion and gentleness. Einherjar get what they need from nature, even unasked. Sjött, dwellings of all opportunities, are the problem-free. It is perfect balance. Ragnar Sjött has been known from time immemorial, perhaps forgotten at times. Sowest, give thyself to it often. Be daily without the efficient triguna, þursamehir þrír, as their stage of performance is duality and uncertainty, and opportunities. It is we who give and take. No one other gives us, no other takes from us. Dvijat vai bhayam bhavati. Duality always is the cause of fear, but at the same time a choice, val, Icelandic. Bhagavad Gita about where from we should take decisions. The choices we make are of our quality. Yogastaha kuru karmani, sankavam tyaktva, dhanandaya, sitya, sityoh, samao bhutvam, samatam yoga uchate. The nature of life is to grow, blossom, expand. All seeks its perfection. Desires are the driving force, our natural vigor. Give the temptations from our elves a chance. Ripuhu are the refined wise whites, our elves, channels into the treasure hidden in a cave, Nitbjörg. Our temptations are of the same quality as we are. Transcend to the Gladheimar. The fourth, Bifrost and Bilrost bridges to the higher. More real than the three we know too well. Know nature's three qualities, bossy in here. From within Ragnarshjöld we can rule, and rule wisely. Surface ruling is weak. Ho ho ho, I'm Santa Kyoto. For millions of years, nature has headed for perfection. Never violate the laws of nature. All is our responsibility. We know what is right. We have, luckily, gotten out of our paradise, the animal stage. The fair winds which Einherjar enjoy are called support of nature. Nature is the performing power. We are the directors. We have not learned this before, as our education is not grounded in the perfect orderliness. Our purity brings perfect balance to our life and our nature. Folklore claims economy and weather to correlate. Truly, we make all things bad or good. Gróttasöngur, grótti who too much mól, mild, shall be stilled. Hávamál. Stupid nations eti sér ekki aldurtrega, not overeat to death. They will get hlægis meðal horskara, be mocked among the wise. Nature keeps all in balance by its nature. Rán in ægir is the orderliness. By our nature we can imbibe that. It is our nature to seek that. Man and nature work by the same intelligence. Avoid drómi and læðingur. Our power lies in the abode of Tyr. All we need is purity and good desires. Our stuff is not enough for our purpose on earth. One thing necessary. Under Christianity, nature was said to be the skessa in the mountains. Skessan, the skessa, is a trolless who has men who cherish nature for lunch. Christianity also warned us against the evil luring elves. Skessur, plural, own a fjör-egg. Fjör is life, egg is an egg of life, with which they play in their mountain caves, most precious to them. A brave man could catch the fjör-egg and then have power over Skessur, nature. When Ólafur Möður met Skessan on his way south, the new version of the story made by me, 65 degrees north, sun on southern sky at the winter solstice, Skessan teaches him how to remember Jesus' birthday. Skessan also teaches him to nísast niður. Ólafur Möður there acquires a useful magic wand named Högnuður. Högnuður brings prosperity. Nature is a veil, hiding reality from our sight. Sróta Sudihi is to purify and clean all channels in the physiology, big and small. Álfar, elves, elfur is a river, could be these Sróta channels. Ribu are channels. When all Sróta in the body are pure, we find the elves a treasure. Sin doesn't want us to have any clogging for her sin sieve. No ama, Sanskrit ama, shall ever accumulate in us. Góðrún Dimbla, I met Maharishi first in 1962 here in Iceland. Thank thee, Maharishi D, for conveying to us supreme knowledge. Freyjukettir Norræn menning. Website and online. All Óðsmál books on Amazon. Norse Edda spiritual highlights. Skírnismál ritual script for burns. Óðsmál, the unseen reality, and others. Óðsmál for burns 40 skræður is the key to allegory and symbolic language. We now gain the understanding of the heritage handed over from our forefathers. The tea and book, How to Enjoy the Rest of Your Life. Support of nature.